Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the teachers, and all the bishops of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to the elect men who's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom, and to the Aquath out there who's just sitting back paying attention, listening, and learning in silence. To you I say shalom. Today I want to get into this ICBM missile that was created by Russia. I came across a video last night in the chat that we have with the brothers, and somebody posted that video with that intercontinental ballistic missile, and I just wanted to get into a few precepts and just to go into some precepts about saying what's going to happen with that ICBM. So without further ado, here we go.
This is the RS-28 Sarmat, the world's most powerful and longest range intercontinental ballistic missile. It can reach targets anywhere on Earth in less than 30 minutes. Capable of delivering 10 to 16 nuclear warheads to any point on the globe, this missile has a yield of over 50 times more powerful than the little boy bomb dropped on Hiroshima. This extraordinary speed is a key factor in its effectiveness. Today, we're going to dive deep into how this powerful weapon actually works. The RS-28 Sarmat ICBM, known as Satan II, is a formidable weapon in Russia's strategic arsenal. It officially entered operational service in September 2023 as the world's longest range and most powerful ICBM system. The missile is 35.3 meters long and 3 meters in diameter. And here's a comparison. Here's how it stacks up against the size of an average human. The missile can be stored in underground silos or mounted on mobile vehicles, always ready to launch at a moment's notice. But launching it is no simple task. It starts at the highest level, with the president or military leaders deciding when to launch based on strategic needs. Once that decision is made, a secure launch order is sent to the Launch Control Center. This order is encrypted and requires verification. At the Launch Control Center, officers receive the order and verify it using secure codes. Both codes must match before the process can proceed. Then, the target coordinates are entered into the missile's guidance system. This system calculates the best flight path to reach the target. Next, two officers insert their keys into the launch console, and on a coordinated count, they turn their keys simultaneously, arming the missile and activating the launch system. The system performs a final readiness check. Once everything is good to go, one of the officers presses the red launch button, triggering the automated.
Yeah, man. So we see how creative, these scientists, these craftsmen, these modern day Smith are. We can see how smart they are, to create something like that. That is what you call a weapon of mass destruction, right? Now, before I jump too far into this article, I want to read first. Let me jump into a precept, and this is Isaiah 54 and verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." So the Most High said he has created the smith. Now, who is a smith? I know you're curious. So let's look up the word Smith and see who is a Smith. So this is
Strong's H 2796. Kharash. Kharash.
Karash. So it says a smith is a craftsman, artisan. Let's look up what an artisan is. Search for that on Google. A worker who practices a trade or handicraft, craft person, a skilled artisan. So pretty much this is telling you that this person is skilled in the work that they do. And then other meaning is engraver, graver, artificer. Let's look up and see who an artificer is. Search that on Google again. An artificer, masters of invention. When you look at the ICBM, the SARMAT, the Satan 2, when you look at that just now, the artwork, the thought process, you know what I'm saying, the meditation, the intent that was placed in that ICBM, you can tell that was well thought of, right? Now, let's continue. Graver artificer, a skillful to destroy warrior. So pretty much you can tell who a smith is. So the smith is a person who has these characteristics. You know, they're smart. Pretty much they're scientists. Smart. You know, their thought process is well deep. Like they thought about this to the point where they're just thinking about total annihilation. But at the end of the day, we know that this man is not really the one who created this missile right here. We know that this was the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because at the end of the day, we know that this man is a puppet. This man is a puppet to the ultimate puppet master, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And the Mosai is pretty much just using him to fulfill his purpose, his will, right? Now, the Mosai is pretty much just using this man to fulfill his will, his purpose, right? And we know that the purpose of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is to explode in World War III, to get these Edomites, these so-called white people, the Russians, which is the bear, Gog and Magog. You know, we know that Iran, Lebanon, all these Middle Eastern countries, North Korea, South China, you know, we know Turkey, we know all of these countries that I'm naming, they are going to go to battle. They're going to go to war in the Middle East, right? So these weapons that these artificer, these engraver, these craftsmen, all these things that they created, they pretty much create these things for their own destruction, right? Now, I want to get into this SARMAT, right? It says RS-28 SARMAT. This article is about the Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles for the other, So the RS-28 SARMAT, Russian PC-28 Combat, named after the Sarmatian, right? And these Sarmatian were a large confederation of ancient Iranian equestrian nomadic people who dominated the Pontic steppe for about the 3rd century BC to the 4th century BC. So we see that the Russians name this missile after these people because these people were warriors. They dominated, the 3rd and 4th century, right? So pretty much he's showing you that this missile is one of the most dominant missiles that has ever been created, right? This missile, when you mention it, just by listening to the video just now, you get scared because you pretty much don't know what's going to happen, right? Now, it says, often colloquially referred to as Satan 2 by media, right? And we know who Satan is, right? Is a 3-stage Russian silo-based a silo is pretty much where the missiles get launched from, right? Liquid fuel, so we know that this is fueled by either gas or jet fuel, right? Let me check. So pretty much a liquid propellant rocket or liquid rocket uses a rocket engine uses a rocket engine burning liquid propellant. So pretty much this use airplane fluid fuel, man, right? This use airplane fuel, right? Um, HGV, which is a hypersonic glide vehicle. So pretty much the hypersonic glide vehicle is the one that moves this around because it is too big, it's too heavy to be transported on anything else. So this vehicle was pretty much made to carry this specific missile right here, right? Capable and FOBs, so a fractional orbital bombardment system, is a warhead delivery system that uses a low Earth orbit towards its target destination. Just before reaching the target, it deorbits through retrograde engine. What? Retrograde engine burn. The Soviet Union first developed FOBS as a nuclear weapons delivery system in the 1960s. It was one of the first Soviet efforts to use space to deliver nuclear weapons in about 2021. So pretty much this ICBM, they say it goes out in space, pretty much just low orbit, and then it actually comes down where it releases the warheads, right? Now let me continue. It says super heavy, right? Heavy ICBM is a term that was created in the 1970s to describe a class of Soviet and Russian ICBMs. They were characterized by a heavy throw weight of 60 to 90 metric tons, several times that of an LGM 30 Minuteman, and a length of over 35 meters, and were so pretty much they're telling you that this is the real bunker buster right here. They're telling you that this is the real bunker buster right here because this is a heavy, large missile, right? And intercontinental, pretty much we know what intercontinental means. It goes from, but let's read. An intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, is a ballistic missile with a range greater than 5,500 kilometers, 3,400 miles, primarily designated are designed for nuclear weapons delivery. Conventional, chemical, and biological weapons can also be delivered with. So pretty much, they will tell you, so this missile right here, so are the ultimate missile, right? Because once them launched it, so this have nuclear warheads inside, right? And it has to about 10 to 16 nuclear warheads inside of the missile, right? And if they launch 2 or 3 or 4 of these, so like there's going to be mass casualties, right? And this is what they're provoking. You know what I'm saying? These Western countries are provoking this type of war. And Putin now back down. Putin now show us that him are the real bad man. You know me, I said? Yeah, so pretty much this ICBM missile produced by the Mark V rocket design, right? Peru, it is intended to replace the Soviet R-36M ICBM in a Russian arsenal. The Sarmat is one of 6 new Russian strategic weapons unveiled by Russia President Vladimir Putin on March 1st, 2018. So pretty much this is just showing you that right now Putin now play. The man now bring out him big gun. You know what I mean? I said the man have the big gun pan cock ready to let it go. And if anybody want to come test him, come. Pretty much that's what he's saying. He's not playing, he's not laughing, and he's not joking. But at the end of the day, we know that he's not the one behind all of this, right? Proverbs 21, I think it, let me grab that real quick. Proverbs 21. I think it's 1. KJV. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Proverbs 21, 1. So pretty much it's saying the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So who's a king? These kings are Putin is a king. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is a king. Donald Trump is a king. You know what I'm saying? Like the Prime Minister of Jamaica is a king. Like all these world leaders are considered kings in the scriptures, man. Right? It says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. Yeah, he turneth it wheresoever he will. So he's the one, the Most High is the one who's directing the path of these kings, right? Putin, launch this. Russia, do this. Turkey, do this. Biden, tell Ukraine for launch this missile upon Russia. Like the Most High is the one who's provoking these wars because the time has come to show and prove who the true ruler of this world is, right? And the true ruler of this world is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So you people out there are crying and bawling for peace. There's not going to be any peace. Peace is this kingdom is done. There's not going to be any more peace within this wicked ass society, man. Right? Because the Most High is dealing with you people like how you should be dealt with. Right? Yeah. And this precept right here now is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 10 and 4. Sorry, 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So we know that everything that these Edomites have, all these arsenal that these Edomites have is carnal. The Sarmat, the Satan II, these ICBM missile, this attack missile from UK and wherever, whatever arsenal you have, we know that is carnal, right? We know this is carnal. But what we, the men of the Lord, our weapons of warfare are not carnal. We're using these precepts. We're using a computer, an iPad, a phone as our weapon of warfare to bring down this wicked society. And all we're doing is just prophesying, just speaking the truth that's coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's all we're doing. And bringing down your wicked society, right? It says, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, right? So it doesn't matter how powerful you are, how great you are as a nation. We know that the Most High is going to gather you and all your armies, all your troops, and bring you down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, where he's going to judge and plead with you for what you have done to the children of Israel. Right? We know this is going to happen. And we know that the virgin Babylon, because Babylon is considered a virgin because she's never been touched before. But the time has come. The time is up. And you are going to be touched during World War III. Right? And that's prophesied in the precepts, man. Right? And this is going to be my final precepts. Right? I'll just read it. It came up. So this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither do it corruption inherit incorruption. So I don't know why this precept popped up on my screen, but I read it anyway. But we know that during this World War III era, or when World War III is about to pop off, we know that there's going to be a change in the twinkling of an eye. We know this. And we know that the elect are going to be taken up in the chariots. But before they're taken up, they're going to be changed. They're going to put on incorruption, an incorruptible body. And at that point, the elect is going to be standing in the chariot, looking down on your destruction, right? So the inheritance that we are sitting here waiting for is the same inheritance that Yahushai got, right? Yahushai was taken up. So is elect are going to be taken up. They're going to be taken up to be saved from the coming destruction that this Sarmat is going to bring forth to the land of Egypt, to the land of the Chaldeans, to Babylon the Great, to the Americas, right? And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the teachers of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, Peace and salutation to the elect men who's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say, Shalom.